Okay, guys, I got some crazy, scary news that should scare the living daylights out of you. Joe Biden is blaming Facebook for vaccine misinformation. Let's hear what he has to say, and let's hear what this is all about. Because if this is any indication that I can't give my opinion, or you or YouTubers or Facebookers or anybody out there that's using social media can't give their opinion, doesn't have to be fact, but how they feel about it as misinformation, something is wrong. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video. Alright, let's get down and dirty. Alright, Joe, what you got to say?
They're killing people. Facebook took a defensive posture over the weekend after U.S. President Joe Biden said the social media platform was, quote, killing people by a
Wait, what?
Facebook
Why
took
you gotta
a
hop like that?
defensive posture over the weekend after U.S. President Joe Biden said the social media platform posture over the weekend
What the heck
after
was that?
U.S. President Joe Biden said the social
He always
media
does that.
platform
No,
was,
anyway.
quote, killing people by allowing misinformation about coronavirus vaccines to proliferate among its users. In a corporate blog post, Facebook said the social network had promoted authoritative information about vaccines and acted against misinformation, adding, quote, President Biden...
The problem is not misinformation. Misinformation, it would be horrible for lies to get all mixed up. That would be horrible. I agree. I don't think lies should be spread on social media because it can really be chaotic. But what's the definition of misinformation? Keep listening and you're going to hear something really strange.
Biden's goal was for 70% of Americans to be vaccinated by July 4th. Facebook is not the reason this goal was missed.
Okay. So Biden came into the office and he said his job is to get most Americans, at least 70%, vaccinated by July 4th. And I guess according to them, that hasn't happened. And the reason why it hasn't happened, according to Joe Biden, is because Facebook had allowed misinformation. Not them, okay? They refused to look at how they handled the whole situation when Trump was president, and how when Trump first wanted to bring out this whole what's the name of the anyway, Trump wanted to push this vaccine thing out. They had an issue with it. Even Kamala Harris at the beginning was like, can we trust President Trump bringing out vaccines? And they had all this to say, and they blaming Facebook? Are they serious right now?
On Sunday, U.S. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy became the latest Biden administration official to publicly blame social media companies for fueling vaccine misinformation about the safety and effectiveness.
So right now what they're doing is they basically have a hand. Okay, so it's the government and tech giants. They want to control the tech giants. So tech giants like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, they won't have their own leg to stand on. They would co-partner with the government as to what to push. So basically the government is coming out and is asking them, look, if anyone is posting things that is contrary to what we want and what we feel is right about the vaccine, we want it off. We want them removed. We want them banned. That's how I take it. Let's continue.
Effectiveness of COVID-19 vaccines, saying on CNN's State of the Union that, quote, there have been positive steps taken by these technology companies, but what I've also said to them publicly and privately is that it's not enough.
There have been positive steps. What are the positive steps that they're talking about? Banning certain conservatives who may have their own independent belief about the virus? What about what your private doctor says to you concerning your body and what the vaccine may do to your body? What about that? Because I'm not here to say that, oh, vaccines are bad, you should not take vaccines. I'm not here to say any of that. What I would say is consult your doctor. Go to your health physician. Get a blood test. Let him diagnose you. He will know better about your body when he looks at your lab work and according to your history with vaccines and what it could do to you. So I'm not going to be one of those sitting here telling you like it's no good. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. I don't know what effects these things can have. I don't know. I'm not a professional. So don't take it from me. Go to your doctor. You know, but for them to say, or there have been positive steps taken by these tech companies, but what I've also said to them publicly and privately is that it's not enough. Like, you need to do more. What more you want them to do? How much money are these tech companies getting from the government? What is really going on here?
On CBS's Face the Nation on Sunday, the mayor of Springfield, Missouri, also blamed social media companies for the huge spike in COVID-19 cases in his community.
I think we are seeing a lot spread through social media as people are talking about fears which they have, health-related fears, what it might do to them later on in their lives, what might be contained in the vaccinations, and that information is just incorrect, and I think we as a society and certainly in our community are being hurt by it.
But sir, with all due respect, look, vaccines has done a lot of good for humanity, but let's not act like side effects don't exist. If that's the case, then these vaccines would be 100% effective with no side effect at all. But you're acting like we can't sit there and say, damn, is this thing good for me? Will it have an effect? We've had numerous amount of media that came out from major news network. Okay, CBS, they came out with so many news of people having negative effect from some of these vaccines. So let's not act like it's not happening. Why can't we at least be cautious about it? Why? Some people think twice about taking Tylenol. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning, you're like saying, you know what? I gotta eat, put some food in my stomach before I take Tylenol or Advil or whatever, right? Why? Because on an empty stomach, it could have a negative effect on you. So with all due respect, people have a reason to be concerned. They have a reason to be concerned about these vaccines. It's okay. It's not. I'm not saying like, oh, they're 100 bad, or you're gonna turn to a zombie, or it's gonna have a negative effect on you. Like, no. If you say if some of these are 95% effective, right? Explain what does that mean. What exactly does that mean? Explain that to us. You know, so there are certain things that we should be able to ask. We should have some concern. Let me listen to that again.
It's just incorrect, which they have.
Hold up.
Social media companies for the huge spike in COVID-19 cases in his community.
Check this
I
out.
think we are seeing a lot spread through social media as people are talking about fears which they have, health-related.
They're talking about fears which they have. Yeah, that's normal. It's normal. It's kind of like when the virus was going around, people have fears about catching the virus and what it might do to them. Should they not have talked about that? And vaccines are not perfect. They're not perfect. I should be able to say that. And again, I'm being real cautious because I already got a strike on my page and I don't want another one.
Related fears, what it might do to them.
What it might do to them. That's normal.
Later on in their lives, what might.
Yeah, what it might do to them later on in our lives, because FDA did not approve it. This was emergency authorized use, correct? So people, we don't know what it's going to do to us later on, right? I mean, is that a fact? If I would ask you, what is this going to do to me 5 years from now? Can you definitively tell me you're going to be 100% okay? You can't say that. So I think it's okay for people to have these eerie type of feelings when it comes to this.
Might be contained in the vaccinations, and that information is just incorrect. And
How can an opinion be incorrect when it's just an opinion? What I'm simply saying to you are just opinions, are just thoughts from a regular human being who thinks. I'm just normal, just like everyone else. Like, whoa, what are you about to stick me with? Like, what's in there? Like, what is it going to do to me? We've been faced with things before in the past. Should I not be concerned?
I think we as a society, and certainly in our community, are being hurt by it.
Nationwide, the new U.S. COVID-19 cases have surged 70% in the last week to an average of 30,000 new infections a day, fueled by the Delta variant of the coronavirus, which is now the dominant strain worldwide. Deaths rose 26% week over week to an average of 250 lives lost a day, almost entirely among unvaccinated people.
Almost entirely among unvaccinated people. A new variant is here and is posing a great threat. According to the media and news sources, people are catching it and dying from that. And the majority of the people that are facing this demise are those who are not vaccinated, according to the media. Yes, we should take it serious. Yes, we should be active. At the same time, we got to be cautious on both sides. Do people have a choice to die? People do have a choice to die. If they do not want to take it and they want to face what they're going to face, then that, I believe, should be that choice. That's their own life. But if you feel like the vaccine is great and you'll be protected from it, then those who are vaccinated should not be worried about those who are not vaccinated. This is what confused me. Please do not flag my video. Please do not give me a strike. Anyway, that's all I've got. I don't have any more to say. I was really trying to be careful. See your doctor. See your doctor. Do not listen to me. I'm just one man with a crazy opinion. That's it. See your doctor. Okay? And your primary doctor is not Dr. Fauci. And your secondary doctor is not the news media. Okay? And your third doctor is not social media. Don't listen to Facebook. Don't listen to Twitter. Don't listen to Instagram. Don't listen to YouTube. Go to your primary doctor. Not me. I'm just SlimmyV. And that's all I've got. And I've got nothing else. And if you're not offended, you probably wasn't watching or listening. I'm SlimmyV, and this is the most offensive podcast ever. God bless, stress less, and let Yahweh give you rest. I'm out. Peace.